It was alleged that this guy was not normal, that he was just not an informant, but he was like a spy in the USA. Let me know what you think about this video. Comment.
Across the globe. Prince Andrew fell, and police are searching his home. So who's next? Because if you were anywhere near Epstein or Maxwell or just your name, you're in the blast zone. Larry Summers, who worked for Obama and Clinton, just resigned from Harvard. Obama's top lawyer, Kathy Rumler, resigned from Goldman. We looked at her emails. There's hundreds of them. She called Epstein Uncle Jeffrey and gave him advice on how to get better press. And now another Obama official, his Homeland Security advisor, Lisa Monaco, showing up in the files. Bill Gates suddenly cancels a major speech overseas. Just hours he was set to go on stage. Emails reveal meetings Gates had with Epstein after his conviction for soliciting a minor for prostitution. And one of Epstein's notes claimed Bill got an STD and needed help to hide it from his wife after contact with Russian girls. Gates denies that happened. Thomas Pritzker, JB's cousin, was a frequent guest at Epstein's townhouse. He just stepped down from his role as Hyatt Hotel's executive chairman. Bard College is now reviewing its president's ties to Epstein. Leon Botstein's name apparently appears over 2,000 times in the documents. American Express just put out a statement saying they regretted having Epstein as a client after he used their plastic to book travel for the girls. CNN just reported that New Age guru Deepak Chopra might be in a little bit of trouble.
2017, Epstein asked Chopra, "Did you find me a cute Israeli?" Chopra responded, "Universe is human construct. Cute girls are aware when they make noises." He later added, "God is a construct. Cute girls are real." And in one 2016 exchange that began with a link to a TED Talk about the end of physics, Chopra wrote to Epstein, "Statistics is like a girl in a bikini. What she reveals is obvious. What she conceals is more interesting." Chopra was recently approached at the airport and repeatedly asked about his relationship with Epstein and whether he has any regrets.
It'll all come to light. It'll all come to light. Look, is there anything that you can tell me here and now to at least start to put this to bed? No misconduct.
Hillary knows the heat's on, but like usual, she's on cleanup duty.
We have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global Initiative. So it to me is not something that is really at the heart of what this matter is about.
Ghislaine wasn't just another guest at the Clinton Global Initiative. She had a, quote, complimentary access pass, which you usually get after getting the green light personally from either Bill or Hillary. And Ghislaine was even an honored guest in 2013, years after sexual abuse allegations had circulated. And don't forget, Ghislaine was at Chelsea's wedding. Even Stephanopoulos is being looked at again for having dinner at Epstein's apartment after he got out of prison. Plus, Lex Wessner told Congress under oath that Epstein told him he worked with Bezos, the Rothschild family, and Google. Now, New Mexico is reopening its investigation into Epstein's ranch after a newly released email claims 2 foreign girls were buried there, apparently dying of strangulation during rough fetish sex. The FBI was even warned Epstein could be destroying evidence with an incinerator after he built a suspicious barn on the property with a chimney. But this is also about national security. New files show Epstein was offered a chance to buy buildings owned by the Pentagon. In 2016, he was offered to invest in a massive complex right next to the Pentagon, a site used exclusively for Department of Defense operations, labeled in records as a mission-critical asset. The guy doing the pitching? A go-between for both Epstein and Prince Andrew. No deal was ever finalized, but why was Epstein getting a pocket listing for one of the most sensitive national security sites in the country? Other files show Epstein may have compromised U.S. customs officers in the Virgin Islands, prompting another criminal investigation, apparently offering them food, advice, musical gigs. How did this guy gain this type of access? And why was he operating anywhere near the national security apparatus at all?